So let me tell you a trick about programming. The best way to do programming is to copy and paste from something that works and then modify that to get what you want. Okay. So remember last time we have a function that adds 1 to a number. Remember, like if you go to the readme first file, you find that function that adds 1 to it. This add 1 function there, it works, right? We tried that last time, and it adds 1 to a number. So you copy this and paste it to your new cell. Yep, and then you paste from it. Paste, control it, yep. Okay, good. So you have a function that works, but modify this function so that it adds 2 instead of adding 1, okay? Okay, explain, do a little show and tell.
So you define a function or something?
Yeah.
This means function. This is the name of the function. What is the double?
Double is the type of the input and output. So this is taking a double. A double in computer science means the number. So X is the number, and then it's outputting another number, also a double. Okay. Yeah. So in computer, we don't call a number. We call a number a double. Okay. Okay. Keep going.
Equal a double, and you need like return 2 or something. So.
Yeah. If you understand something, then you can explain it. If you cannot explain something, it means you don't understand it enough. Okay, so the body is the return. Return means output. You're outputting X plus 2. Okay, so this is adding 2 to X. Okay, so this is how you define a function. Okay. And then you type Shift Enter to enter it, right? So now if you call add 2 and then a number, so try this. Can you add 2 and then pass in a number? It should add 2 to that number. Okay. Add 2. Yeah. And then the open parentheses. No. When you put an input to a function, you always put it in a parentheses. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Shift Enter. You need to type 10.0. Oh. Remember from last time we talked about that. An integer and a non-integer are not the same in computer. There you go. Okay, try different number. I'm going to call this function add 2, all right? Add 2. So I define a function and then I try to test whether it works, okay? So add 2. So I try to add 2 to 2, give me 4. And then I can say add 2 to 5, it gives me 7, okay? And then I'm gonna add 10. So who can tell me what the answer should be? What should I expect? What's the output should be? Anybody know? Yeah, 10.
Whoa.
12, very good. Okay, so what we have here is the following. So what we have here is the following, okay? When X equal to 2.0, the output, so let's talk the output equals to what? 4.0, right? You guys see that? So from here, right? And the input is 2.0, the output is 4.0, okay? Now, when X equals to 5.0, my output is 7.0, right? So this is what we just did here, 7.0, right? And then when X equal to 10.0, my output is 12.0, right? So so I'm going to teach you something called coordinate system, okay? So if you look at my screen. So numbers are not very easy to remember. So we got to find a graphical way of writing all this. Okay. So everybody see my my screen, my PowerPoint screen. we want to convert lots of number into pictures. And this process is called plotting. Okay, it's very important because we can visualize the data. It's very important, like in solving any problem. The most important thing in solving any problem is to draw a picture. Okay, and now the most important thing in analyzing data is to see it. We call it visualization. It's very important that you can see the data. Just seeing numbers, again, my human brains are not very good at like working with numbers. But so we want to convert this number into pictures. So how we do that? We use this coordinate system. So this is say x equal to 2 and output or y equal to 4. So what we do is like we find the x equal to 2 on a coordinate system, which is right here. Okay, you see that? Everybody see that? And then we also find the y equal to 4, which is right here. So we make this bigger and we make this bigger. So this intersection here, this point right there is x equal to 2 and y equal to 4. Okay, so we put a marker here. So this little point here, too big. This point has the name now. It's exactly x is 2 and y is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this little point here is x equal to 2 and output equal to 4. So this little point here represents this data here. Okay, now we do the same. X equal to 5 and then y equal to 7. Okay, so this is x equal to 5 here, right? X equal to 5 here. And then this is y equal to 7. Okay, so again, this intersection has a name. Okay, so this point here is x equal to 5 and y equal to 7. Okay, everybody got that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and then we do the last point. So x equal to 10 and y equal to 12. Okay, so again, we find x 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, x 10 here. Okay, so we make it bigger. And then we find a y of 12 is here. Okay, so we make this coordinate bigger. So this point here, this intersection is the point. So we put a point here, we put a marker here. Okay, so this point is called x equal to 10, y equal to 12. So this is how we convert these numbers, a lot of these numbers, into points. Tell me the name of this web doc here.
X equal 1, output equal 1.
No.
X equal 1, output equal to 3.
Very good. We call this point 1, 3. Okay, 1, 3. Okay, so here's the question for you. Okay, so I do right here.
4, 3.
Okay, very good. Okay, so we're going to plot the first very simple coordinate x equal to 1. Okay, and y equal to 1. Okay, so and then I should shift enter and wait a little bit. Oh, so everybody do this at the same. So, Papa, you see, see, okay, we got a new point here. This point is 1, 1. You see that? This point here is 1, 1. So this is how you put a dot on the computer. Okay, you see, if you move your mouse on top of move your mouse on top of this point, you'll see 1, 1. See that? So this little piece of code is to plot a point where x equal to 1 and y equals to 1. Okay, there you go. I'll add more point to it. So let's say I want to have 2 points. So I only have 1.1 and 1, right? So let's say I want to plot like add another point, say 2 and 2. Okay, so here's what you do. So use a comma to separate another point. Okay, and then shift enter. There you go. Yeah, 1, 1. So this is 1, 1. This is 2, 2. Okay. Okay, and then shift enter. Okay, there you go. So you see the 4 points, 1, 12, and then 2, 5. Yep, see, it's at 1, 12, and then 2, 5, and then 3, 2, and then 4, 12. See, there you go. So this is how you plot this is how you convert data into picture. Okay, so if I just show you the numbers, right, it's very difficult to see what this data represent. But after you plot out the data, you see this represent a V-shaped curve. Okay, so this process is called plotting, or more fancy, called visualization. This is how we convert data into pictures. Okay. Okay, I think that's it for today. But please go home and practice more, because we need you to be able to do this coding before we move on to other more interesting topics.